Okay, guys, today we are talking about mean absolute deviation, or in other words, we can just say MAD, M-A-D. First thing we're going to do is go over a few definitions just to make sure we understand. One is a review definition, the other one is new. The new definition is mean absolute deviation, or MAD. This is the measure of the variation of a data set, or in other words, the spread of the data, okay? And then mean, which is in the words mean absolute deviation. Mean is the average of a data set. Okay, now the way you find the average is you, number one, add all your scores up. And then number two, you divide by the number of scores you have, and that would be your average or your mean. Okay. We're going to go right into the steps for finding mean absolute deviation. So what you always want to do is when you get a set of data, you want to make this table. Okay, so if you can memorize this table, this will help you when you're doing math. You have your data column, your mean column, and then your difference column with a plus sign. Okay, and I'll explain what that means. Now, on the first column and the last column, you've got two boxes down here, and we're going to go through this. Okay, so go ahead and get that set up. And if you notice, we got 4 steps to follow. So the first step says add your scores up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add up my scores. So I've got 5 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 5. Now I get a total of 40. So go ahead and put your total right here. Now, it says find the mean, step 2. Well, we find the mean by taking our total and dividing by how many scores there are. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores. So let's divide by 5, which will give me a mean of 8. So 8 is equal to our mean. All right. Now, if you look at the data, or you look at our next column, you see this is the mean column. So what I'm going to do is put my 8 across from each score. Okay. The next step, after you found the mean, you put them in there, and then it says subtract the mean from each score. So the way I can remember it is I just put my subtraction sign right here, and we're going to do all of these. Now, when you do 5 minus 8, you get -3. Now, if you want to go down and look down here, and it says for number 4, it says make all of the differences positive. So instead of -3, that's what that plus sign means. I'm going to take my difference of -3 and turn it into a +3. So just make sure all of your differences are positive, okay? 8 minus 8 is 0. Well, that's neither negative nor positive. 10 minus 8 is 2. That's already positive. 12 minus 8 is 4, which is positive. And again, 5 minus 8 is -3, but we want to make all of our numbers positive, okay? Now, continuing with step 4, it says once we've made the differences positive, we're going to then add those and then find their mean. So let's add these up. 3 plus 0 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Now, to find their mean, you divide by the total number of scores, which again is still 5, isn't it? So 12 divided by 5. And when I put 12 divided by 5 in the calculator, I get 2.4. So 2.4 is equal to my mean absolute deviation. Guys, in other words, what this is telling me is the scores are on average 2.4 spots away from the actual average. Okay, again, this is telling me that each score, or all of the scores, are about 2.4 places away or closer from the actual average, which is 8. And if you look at them, most of them are close, at least right around 2.4. This one's actually a little bit more, but the majority of them are close. Okay, let's do some guided practice. You guys have 2 guided practice problems to do. I'm going to go ahead and back out of it so you can get these copied down. I went ahead and set up your tables for you. Here you have 5, 8, 10, 10, and 5. So there are, again, 5 scores here. And this one you have 20, 25, 10, 15, 30, and 20. So here you have 6 scores. Just make sure when you're finding their mean down here and their mean absolute deviation, that's supposed to say MAD, you divide by 6 down. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good one.